everyone. It's a beautiful Saturday afternoon, and it's another time for us to connect on Shagalinku. My name is Ambassador Emmanuel Gabari, and welcome to the program. You can watch Shagalinku on ARTV Kano, also through your Star Times, and via the radio on 101.1 FM. You know what? Just relax. Let's take one music break. When we come back, I'll let you in on everything we have on Shagalinku. Welcome back. Today we'll be looking at something very, very important. ICT skills are skills that we need to learn this 2026. Now, if you're not learning any part of the skills, any technological skills, then you might just be out of work. So we brought in our guest to help us dissect what we can do in 2026 using the ICT skills. It also brings to bear why people need to empower themselves with these skills irrespective of the job they do, whether you're a tailor, whether you are a hairdresser. I wouldn't even mention those who work in the office space. ICT is very, very important. So welcome my guest, Umar Amir Abdullahi is a development expert. Afternoon, sir. Let's jump right at it. What for people watching now, they might not know what ICT is. So let's even know what it is and then how we can use it in 2026.
Cannot do without ICT. It is no longer optional. The good thing about ICT is, one way or the other, everyone knows what ICT skills are, even if they are not aware of it. I like to give an example. When I give talks in schools, for example, I go to a school, I talk to the students, and then I ask them, do they know what ICT skills are? A few hands go up, then I ask them what are ICT skills. Some of them will say skills that you need a computer to do. And I say, okay, that's fine. It's a good point at least to start the conversation. Then I ask the next question. How many of you have ICT skills? Nobody raises their hand up. And why? Because we have a narrow definition of what a computer is. People think it's either only a desktop or a laptop. So the next question I ask is, do you have a smartphone? Or do you know somebody who owns a smartphone? Everybody's hand goes up.
Wow.
Have you ever used a smartphone before? Yes. And I tell them, you have used ICT skills.
Oh, wow.
And then people look at me surprised.
Wow.
At that point, I then give an example. I ask somebody, what did you use the smartphone for? Someone said, use it to send a text message. And that's communication, using ICT skills. If you feel it is not a skill, ask someone from my great-grandfather's generation to send a text message.
And they will fumble with it.
Exactly. You will see what will happen. The next thing I ask is, what do they do? Some say they chat on WhatsApp. Some will mention Facebook. And I tell them, that is social media management, which on its own is also an ICT skill. Now, the reason why I said ICT is something you cannot do without is, ICT is both an enabler and a multiplier. I'll give you an example. There is a young woman here in Kano City whose family makes masa. They've been doing this for a number of years. On an average day, they might make sales and a profit of, let's say, 5,000 to 7,000. Now, this young lady has a smartphone and she's on Facebook. So one day, she now takes a picture of her mom as her mom is making that masa, just to put it on Facebook that this is what we do in my family. This is what we've been doing for a number of years. Before you know it, someone comments that he's been looking for someone. He has an event in Kano. He's been looking for someone who will make masa like this for him. And he's ready to buy 4 coolers of masa.
Something they might have not sold for a long while.
Exactly. So now just imagine now what happened. On an average day, these are people who might make 5,000 to 7,000 naira of profit. Suddenly, someone is here now. He wants to order 30,000 naira worth of masa. So you can see the multiplier effect. Whatever it is you are doing, ICT skills can enable you to multiply the effect, that impact. And as I said, ICT is also an enabler. What enabled her to reach that person? It was the social media skill that she had. That was just it.
Beautiful one there. Okay, we're still here with my guest Umar, and we're looking at ICT and what we can do in 2026. What some of the skills that we need to also develop alongside, maybe for those who work in the office, what apps, what skills they need to also add, especially with we not having power supply constantly, having to carry the box, like he said, carry the computer or laptop to the office or to the house. With just your phone, you can also put some applications there that will help you in working. So let's take this break. We come back, we'll still be talking with our guests. Don't go nowhere. It's still Shagalinku on ARTV. So let's even look at young people. We know young people are the driving force, and they form the majority as well. So how can we begin to encourage young people that, aside just snapping pictures, taking videos, and doing paparazzi, wealth is in their hands, but they are not knowing how to use their smartphones to enable ICT skills and then empower themselves as well?
Yeah, thank you very much. And in fact, that is true. Now, I'd like to use an example here in Kano. Take Kano, one of the largest cities in Nigeria. Depending on where you choose to get your reference statistic, almost 20 million. Now, out of those, you have about 7 million are within the age range of 16 and 35, who are the young people that we are talking about now. Now, no matter how you look at it, there is no way you want to say all those 7 million people will get a job in the public sector.
True.
The public sector cannot hire all of those people. Meanwhile, there are a lot of opportunities out there that are untapped, but those opportunities now are being kept by what? The ICT skills. Regardless where you are now as a young person, it is no longer an option. Even right from when you are doing your studies, even if you say you are a student, the lecturers will give you assignments. In order to do that assignment, you may need to go online. Even knowing how to search for information is an ICT skill. If you say you want to work in the in the private sector, or even in the office, everybody is looking to hire somebody who will solve a problem for him at his place of work. Nobody wants to hire somebody who will be a problem. At the very least, wherever you want to work today, I can assure you, people are assuming automatically that wherever you want to go to work, at least you know how to use a computer, basic operations of a computer, and at least how to use a smartphone. That is an assumption. If you don't know those things, even getting a job can be very
You are unemployable.
Yes. Let's even put it that way. You are unemployable. Similarly, whatever you are doing now, you are a tailor, you are running a business. Even keeping your business records, you can do it on your smartphone. No need for paper records again. You can keep in touch with your clients via their smartphone. At least I know it's a common joke that tailors don't keep their promises. Yes. You give someone your clothes to make for you, you'll say, okay, you'll get it in 10 days. By 10 days, you'll go there. You won't meet him in the shop because he knows you are coming.
And he will switch off his
phone.
phone.
Of course, because he knows you are coming. Meanwhile, if that person had managed that well, it's just a matter of communication. Take a call, send a message, apologize. I couldn't get this done now. I couldn't get this done on time. Can you please give me an additional 2 days? At least the person should not waste his time and money going to your shop to go and pick those things. All those things now are examples of what? How ICT can make life easier for you wherever you find yourself.
Okay, so let's even look at, are there very important apps that we can use on our phones? Because I'm looking at the availability of electricity. With electricity, you need to carry your laptop everywhere to charge it and all of that. But your phone battery preserves even longer than the laptop battery. And then what apps do you think people can put on their phone? Just a few that people can put on their phones that will maybe enable them do a few things they would have ordinarily be carrying laptop all around. And then for safety and security as well, your phones can be in your pocket, but your laptop cannot be in your pocket. And then we've had people whose laptops were stolen. Maybe they go to a very corner place and all of that. So what apps can people use to ease their work or their businesses, like you said?
Very good. I think one of the most common apps that I feel everyone should have on their phone is you must have an office suite. An example of that will be something like WPS Office, which I think is very common and familiar. You can download it from the Play Store if you have an Android phone. And at least WPS Office can open most type of files. Whether you want
whether PDF, whether MS Word,
or even a spreadsheet, you can type, edit, and save them, which I think if you work in an office, I believe those are at the very least the basic. You must be able to type in Microsoft Word. At least everyone expects you to be able to produce a report. Depending on your department, you might need to work with a spreadsheet. something like Excel, and at the very least, maybe at one point in time, you might have to produce a presentation for a report. With WPS Office, you can sit in your house. You can create all those documents and use them. That's one of them. Another app that I would like to suggest everyone should have on their phone is you must have access to your files online. Now, one way of doing that is if you have Google Drive. Once you have a Google account, from your Gmail account, you automatically have a Google Drive where you can store your files online. You can use it as a repository to back up all the important documents that you need. Because sometimes, like you said, it's not convenient to be carrying around a laptop, or maybe the document is very bulky. If you have to carry it around, you'll be printing 200 pages.
And that's money as well.
Yeah, exactly. To carry it around. But right there in your phone, it's always there, online, in cyberspace. Anytime you want it, you can access it. If you need to download it on your phone for offline use, you can do that.
Wow. Okay, thank you so much. So we're here. We'll take another break now. Our reporter is standing by for the entertainment gist. When we come back, I'll still be talking with my guest here in the studio. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.
It's Shagalinku Entertainment Gist, where we bring you the stories making waves locally and across the world. From government meets digital culture to music milestones and global headlines. Let's get into it. Kano State Governor Engineer Abba Kabir Yusuf has distributed 600 motorcycles to social media influencers and digital content creators across the state. The initiative, supervised by the governor himself, is aimed at strengthening information flow between the government and people at the grassroots level. According to Governor Yusuf, the motorcycles will help content creators move freely across communities to cover government programs, policies, and development projects. He emphasized the growing influence of social media in shaping public opinion and promoting transparency in governance, while urging beneficiaries to act responsibly and professionally. Several recipients described the gesture as timely and impactful, pledging to share government activities truthfully and constructively. Nigerian superstar Tems has reached a historic milestone, becoming the first African female artist to top the official UK singles chart. Her collaboration with British rapper Dave, titled Rain Dance, climbed to #1 after months of steady growth. The song gained momentum through viral moments online and a Lagos short music video, eventually overtaking the competition to claim the top spot. Critics have praised the record for its seamless blend of UK rap and Afrobeat, cementing Tems' position as one of Africa's biggest global exports. Ghanaian rapper Kwesi Arthur has gone public with serious allegations against his former label, Ground Up Charlie, and its CEO, Glenn Boateng. In a detailed social media statement, the artist accused the label of intimidation, financial exploitation, and attempting to control his image and music years after their professional relationship ended. He also revealed fears for his personal safety, stating that if anything happens to him, certain individuals should be held accountable. As of now, Ground Up Charlie has not responded officially, while fans and industry watchers continue to monitor the situation closely. Actors Michael B. Jordan and Wumi Mosako have earned their first ever Oscar nominations for their performance in Ryan Coogler's film Sinners. The movie has shattered record with 16 Academy Award nominations, the highest ever for a single film. It's been recognized across acting, directing, writing, and technical categories, officially placing it among the most celebrated films in Oscar history. And that's how we wrap up today's Shagalinku Entertainment Gist, bringing you the stories shaping culture, music, film, and digital life from Kano to the world. Stick around.
Welcome back, welcome back. And don't forget, I'll also be here tomorrow, which is Sunday, for the ARTV Sunday Splash. ARTV Sunday Splash is strictly a musical program where we play you good tunes. We ask you to phone in to greet your friends and loved ones, and then you enjoy the evening. So every Sunday, 4 p.m. to 5 p.m. I'll be here, God willing, to make your Sunday a very relaxing one where we'll play you good tunes from ARTV and then ask you to greet your friends and loved ones. So back here on Shagalinku, Umar has been talking to us about a few apps that you need to have on your phone. Now let's go to the big elephant in the room. Umar, they say AI will scatter a lot of homes and AI will just scatter Africa because AI will take a picture of somebody in London and add another picture and just join it together and say this is it, and there's no way You can just, from the physical eye, there's no way you can just know that, oh, this might not be the person. What is the issue with AI? You know, people say embrace change. You have been telling us to embrace technology, ICT, and all of that. But AI has its wahala. What do you think?
Yeah, the first question I want to ask is the people who are saying AI will scatter homes. Who are seeing AI? Let's grab him.
We'll look out for you.
Okay, so now to get serious, I know I mentioned that ICT skills are an enabler, and I think AI is one of the greatest enablers we've really had recently. It's a real game changer. If you have not been using AI, I think you are missing out a lot.
Wow.
Just imagine, it's like having your own personal assistant, whereby you can describe a few things. These are a few ideas I've been thinking about, and then this is what I want to do. And with just those few prompts, the AI, most popular one is probably ChatGPT, can then put together something for you. If necessary, you can ask it to modify it or edit, and it will do the same thing. So it's very useful in a lot of places, even in your place of work. It's very good, for example, for putting together things like if you need to put together a template quickly, something that you can just fill. AI is very good at those things. Now, the challenge with AI, like you said, like I wouldn't call it strictly a disadvantage, so to speak, but there are some challenges with AI. One thing people need to realize is whenever you use AI, remember, AI is a machine. It cannot be held accountable for any decision. Anything you do with AI, you are the one who will be held accountable. You can't sue ChatGPT for whatever it does. So you have to be careful about how you use AI. I'll give you an example. Imagine someone who has never had any training, any legal education, no training or anything, now decides he wants to draft a contract by himself because he wants to save money. So he now goes and puts in some prompts in AI, ChatGPT. He wants to draft a contract between my company and this company to do A, B, C, D, and everything. AI drafts that contract, but you have not had any trained legal profession to check that contract.
And now,
exactly. Now, later, it turns out that what the AI produced for you has left your own company at a disadvantage, and you have already signed. If for any reason now that case goes to arbitration, you go to court before a judge, the judge won't ask you to bring ChatGPT. As far as it's concerned, you read that and signed it. You are supposed to have gotten legal advice. So AI can never be a substitute for a professional. It can enable you to do a lot of things, but it should never substitute for a professional. Like they say, a machine should never make a decision for a human being. So that's one of those things. The other aspect that you mentioned is there's also an issue now in schools, especially tertiary education now.
For assignments.
Yeah, for assignments, whereby the lecturer sets an assignment, someone just goes to AI, enters the assignment, and downloads that completely.
No command, no editing, just push it like that back.
And the problem with that is, as far as tertiary institutions are concerned, that's an instance of plagiarism. And if your lecturer now reports you, depending on how serious the case is, the university can expel you. Now, there are ethical ways where you can use AI as a student. For example, you have been given an assignment. AI is often very good for letting you, like, you can send a few prompts to get the angles that you can discuss a topic from, and also ask for sources that you can reference. But when you ask AI to write your assignment for you, that is plagiarism. You did not write that by yourself. And academic institutions have been getting very smart these days about catching that. You can now upload a set of text maybe into an application package, and the application package will scan it and will tell you the likelihood that that was produced by AI, not by a human being. One of those things. So the other aspect that Oga Gabari mentioned just a few minutes ago is the issue of maybe manipulating images and videos. Two people who have never met in their lives, someone gets their photos together, he's put here and says, okay, put these two together as if they're standing in front of police PLC, and before you know it, you now start shouting and swearing.
That wasn't you. You don't even know how it came about.
It wasn't you. It's actually become a serious issue. It's one of the trending issues on the ethics of AI use now, that people are actively discussing it, because people are now creating all sorts of images and posting them on social media, images that can cause distress to other people. The good thing is, please, if you manipulate an image that is fake and put it online that can cause distress to another person, please know you can be sued. It is wrong, it is illegal, and it is unethical. These are not the sort of things you should be doing. These are not the things we should be using AI for.
We're back here with my guest Umar, and we'll be wrapping up our discussion. It's been a very amazing discussion, and I hope that I will bring him again to look at other angles. And Umar, as we wrap up, what are the general warnings? Because now you are talking about ICT skills. There are people who also want to use it for the wrong reasons. People are doing hookup with the ICT. Young boys are also doing Yahoo and saying, "Oh, I have skills. That is technology and all of that." People are hooking up and getting killed, because of they don't know these people. They just go online, meet them, and they travel as far distances, and then they get killed and all of that. What are the warnings you need to give young people and others?
Thank you for mentioning those things. I think it's very unfortunate, really, that we have reached a point whereby young people are being killed because they are using maybe their smartphones the wrong way. One of the things we always teach, excuse me, when teaching beginner classes in ICT is the issue of digital security. Just like how you don't cross a road anyhow.
You look left, you look right.
To the right, to make sure a car is not coming before you cross. Similarly, the way you use any digital platform, you have to be responsible for your own behavior. Safety is the responsibility of all of us. I'm sure now, if those young people had been properly trained in digital security, there is no way you will agree to just meet someone you've only met online, someone you've never seen in a different state, and the person will tell you where to meet him, not even in a public location where there are a lot of other people, and you went alone without anybody. Why? Because they don't know anything about digital security. The other dark side, like you said, of digital skills is, if I said Yahoo, I'm sure our listeners and our viewers know what I'm talking about. I think we need to be very categorical about this. Yahoo is not a skill. If what you are doing is Yahoo, you are a criminal. That's just it. Someone took time to go and learn data analysis, is now working for a company, analyzing their data, giving them recommendations. That person has a digital skill. You that went to do Yahoo, you are swindling people, you are a criminal. Yahoo can never be a skill.
Wow. Okay. I hope you heard that there. Yahoo can never be a skill, and you can use skills that your mind will be at peace. You won't be scared that maybe the security agencies are looking for you, and the skills will empower you. Zibah, if you are ready, over to you on the youth segment, and then when we come back, we'll be wrapping up the show.
Hello guys, how you all doing? Welcome to the youth segment on Shagalinku, where youth talk real life, no filter. So today we have something very special to talk about. Today we will be talking about NANOSHIP. Hold up, I know you are trying to think, what is NANOSHIP? This Gen Z again have come. They have come. They are saying what? Calm down. I got you covered. This is for all of you watching. I am here to tell you about the new trend, and it's called NANOSHIP. Now we know that the year just got started. Everyone is just trying to get back to work, trying to unwind, and still trying to chip in the holiday spirit inside. This is where NANOSHIP comes in. NANOSHIP is a new kind of relationship in 2026 that Gen Zs have decided to start doing. Let me plug you in on it. Now, NANOSHIP is that kind of relationship that it is all vibe and everybody go your house, I go my own house. Yes, NANOSHIP is a kind of relationship where we just vibe at the moment and everybody goes their separate way. No strings attached, no contact exchange, nothing of that sort. Let me give you an instance. Say you go for a birthday party or any sort of party, you're vibing, listening to music, the music is your vibe, and you see someone else also vibing, and probably you guys talk, have a few drinks and all of that. Good night, everybody goes to their house. It is different from situationship. Situationship lasts longer. You have to think, do I have to call this person? What if we meet tomorrow? Will I be able to match the same energy? Nah, in NANOSHIP we're just like, okay, let's vibe, let's go home. Simple. You don't need to know where I stay, you don't need to have my number. If probably we see next time, fine, that's fate. But then, what do you guys think? Do you think in this 2026, with how everything is, we should be in a nano kind of relationship? Or do you think it's just a way for Gen Zs to flirt around without getting hot? Let me know your thoughts, and until I come your way next time, My name remains what? Zibah for Shagalinku.
Saturday, 12 noon to 1 p.m. ARTV.
I really want to thank everyone who's joined us on the show today. Remember, we'll still be here, God willing, tomorrow. That's Sunday, 4 p.m. to 5 p.m. for ARTV Sunday Splash. And then another week, Saturday, 12 noon to 1 p.m. for a fresh edition of the program Shagalinku. Before I go, I'd like to ask my guests, is anyone you want to greet before we wrap up the show?
Okay, I think the one person I definitely need to greet today will be my boss, Engineer Awal Lokoman Baku, the General Manager at Ingausa Global Tech Hub.
Wow. It's Ambassador Emmanuel Gabari, urging you all to stay blessed, stay happy, and have a beautiful, beautiful Saturday.